Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to check out some fragrances from Banana Republic. I bought Black Walnut Legend and 3 other ones. I really like the way they smell, and we're going to look at those in this video. Hi, it's Peter from Centrail. On this channel, we look at fragrances. Designers, niche, indie, perfumers, so on and so forth. If you love fragrances or you just want to smell great, consider subscribing. Love, like, all the bells, you know the drill. I want to thank you in advance, and now let's get into some Banana Republic. The first Black Walnut was created in 2006. It only had 3 notes. It had cognac, tobacco, and cedar. The one we're going to look at today is Black Walnut, and it is the Legend. So it says Legend on the bottom here. It's not the original from 2006. It's a completely different composition. This one right here is an EDP concentration. Actually, all the fragrances that we're going to look at today are all EDP, Eau de Parfum concentration. And the notes in this one are different because in here we have bergamot, black pepper. We have a note called kumquat, which is quite different. And in the middle, we have geranium, incense, and cyclamen. Cyclamen is a fragrance that has, it's a floral fragrance with a hint of cucumber. I think let's give this a spray and see how they spray. It's not bad at all. Also, this thing snaps into place pretty tight. You can pick it up from the top. I don't know if that's important to you. Now, this fragrance smells like a fragrance you've all probably smelled before at first sniff, but only at first sniff. There's also some patchouli and leather in here as the fragrance sort of dries down a little bit. And now you're like, okay, what does it smell like? Well, kind of makes you feel, or it smells like something that we all know and I love. Initial spray, this fragrance smells a lot like Credo Ventus, but only at first sniff. This fragrance really dives quickly into a greener note. The bergamot and black pepper certainly stir up the feelings of Creed, the Aventus. And the kumquat does lend it a little bit of a green, sweet note. But as you smell this fragrance, it gets greener and greener and greener and greener. The kumquat has a green quality to it, and the geranium also has a green undertone in its floral notes. That's how the fragrance becomes greener and greener. This fragrance kind of smells like an Aventus with a green leafy forest behind it. I really like it. It's plenty masculine. It's still unique in its own right. And it's a really good deal for a fragrance that smells green and a little bit herbaceous with the king in the background. It's a really good deal. That is the Black Walnut, and it is the Legend. Remember, it says Legend on here. It's not the original. The original has got cognac and tobacco and stuff in it. So this one is, I don't know what year this is from. I tried to find what year this came out. I couldn't find it anywhere. But it must be definitely newer than 2006. As for the longevity, on my skin it lasts about 6 hours. And the projection is kind of mild to moderate. I would like for it to be a little bit stronger, but it just isn't. As we will notice with a couple other fragrances, they're just really mild and they all make, I think, really good office scents. So that was Black Walnut Legend from Banana Republic. Let's dive into our next one. The next one's a little bit green too. And I really like the way they packaged this. I think the next one we're gonna do is Vintage Green, and it's 78. I guess it's maybe reminiscent of the year 78, maybe, I don't know. But look at this cool little packaging. You just kind of slide these out like that on the side. The fragrance lies inside there, and it's actually really cool how they you can just set them up on your shelf like a book. Really nice. And it says Vintage Green, 78 on the front. And as you can tell, the bottle is just a little bit different. I think this is a special line that they came out with. It's longer. Icon line or something. And I really like the simplicity of the bottles. Actually, the tops are all very nice. You know, it feels like good quality. I mean, for the price, really amazing. Nice and clean in the style of Banana Republic. Let's give this one a spray real quick too, so we can kind of catch up on what's going on. Vintage Green was launched in 2017. Equally great spray. Let's give it a 2. Make sure we get a nice little dose of it. And let's see. You have bergamot and green leaves right off the top in this one. There's also some mandarin in here, but as I smell this, the mandarin is very faint. It's not a strong mandarin at all. It does lend it a little bit of a fruity note though. After the top sort of dries down, you'll find that this fragrance has some green tea, jasmine, and magnolia in it. It's actually quite lovely. And then it dries down into some vetiver, musk, and cedar. Vintage Green is a completely unisex fragrance. I think anyone can wear this. It's also not age restricted, you know, like you don't have to be older or younger. It's completely friendly with the green tea notes. It's a lovely fragrance. Unfortunately for me, it only lasts about 4 to 6 hours, so you definitely have to reapply the Vintage Green 78 multiple times throughout the day if you want to have a nice little scent cloud around you. And the projection is also on the milder side. It's a really good scent for somebody who wants to smell nice, but more in the intimate regions and not really project too much, which some days that's how we all feel, right? The next one that I got that I also really liked when I looked at them at Banana Republic is Linen and Vetiver. It has the same kind of box as the other one. You just kind of slide it out like this. The fragrance like sits in there. Same little bottle, and just says Linen Vetiver. This fragrance hit the shelves in 2018. Let's give it a little. Oh man, it's so good. And this fragrance is something that I would wear like right out of the shower. Now, you're like, okay, does it smell like shower gel? Not at all. It doesn't smell like shower gel. It's more on the soothing, clean, fresh side. And super comfortable. Some of the notes in Linen Vetiver are cardamom, petitgrain, iris, jasmine, musk, and oak moss. There's also some amber as it gets a little bit deeper. This is something I would put on out of the shower, or maybe with a white t-shirt and jeans to just kind of smell fresh and cozy, nothing too dressed up. Nice, comfortable scent, easy to wear. That is Linen and Vetiver. Unfortunately, Linen and Vetiver suffers from the same problem. It just doesn't really last that long. It is, however, completely unisex. I would say 100% unisex. The last one that I bought from this line is also an eau de parfum. It is Oud Mosaic 17. Slides out the same way. Same bottle. And it is an oud fragrance. This one was launched in 2017, as you can see right here. I don't know, I'm assuming that's why they did that. And let's give this one a spray. The first thing that you're going to be hit with when you spray this one is going to be plum and cardamom, which is actually really nice together. And there's a hint of black pepper, so it has a little bit of a kick to it. A little bit of a spiciness. It's actually quite nice. The agar wood, the oud, is always there, accompanying the rose, saffron, and lapdanum in the back. As this fragrance dries down, the amber musk gets stronger towards the dry down. Now, I understand that rose is not everybody's favorite note, especially for men. They kind of shy away from a rose fragrance. However, oud and rose is a really common and very nice combination. And if it's done well, as it is in Oud Mosaic, it is 100% unisex. You have no worries wearing this. and I'm pretty sure this will actually get you some compliments. The longevity on this one is also much better, Oud Mosaic, than the other ones. I get an extra 2 hours more, jumping up to about 8+ hours with Oud Mosaic. And the protection is really what it should be, like elbow length to arm, which is perfect. If you're in the market for an oud rose combination, or if you're a gentleman who wants to get an oud fragrance with a rose combination, just never tried it, this is a really good one to get. If you don't like it, you're not out a whole lot, but the rose oud combination in this one is really well done. The added labdanum gives it a bit of a leathery vibe, so it is plenty masculine for a guy if you're worried about it. This will get you some compliments if you wear it. And the same thing goes for ladies. It is plenty feminine, and it is definitely 100% unisex. It is a oud, very well done. It can go head to head with a lot of other fragrances that have rose and oud in it. All the fragrances that I mentioned in this video are all from Banana Republic. I just went and got all of them, but my understanding is that you can get every single one of them for $50 or less, sometimes much cheaper than that depending on what they are. They're starting to show up in places like TJ Maxx and some other retailer stores that are, selling for cheaper. So keep your eyes out for them. We did Linen Vetiver, we did Vintage Green, we did Oud Mosaic, and I really enjoy the Black Walnut, the Legend one. It is kind of like Aventus the King in the background, surrounded by a green forest, and it's really a wonderful scent as it dries down. It kind of gives it a little bit of a different spin on the whole Aventus thing, if you're into that. I think it's a great buy. All of those are under $50, and the quality of them, including the bottles and the tops, I mean, really nice heavy bottles, and they look great on the shelf. So everyone, it's been fun. That's it for my quick review on Banana Republic's fragrances that I got from them that I really enjoy wearing and smelling. They're really nice. If you haven't subscribed yet, like I asked you at the beginning, you can do so now. I really do appreciate it. Thanks in advance, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, I want you to take good care of yourself. Always smell nice, and I'll see you soon. Scent Trail out.